today's Urbandoned video, we visit a vacant mansion in what is considered the most expensive place to live outside of London. The property has ornate and interesting architecture, large spaces for leisure and extensive land. It is an insight into how certain people can live when they have the funds. Join us as we explore the building to see what remains. Remember to click subscribe and press the notification bell to never miss a video. So we were sent the brand new WowTac W1 LED torch and asked to review it. The first thing you notice is its size. This is the torch we use on our Explorers, and this is the W1. It's tiny, perfect to keep in your pocket so it can be pulled out as soon as it's needed. It also features a magnetic tail, meaning you can leave it hanging if you need both your hands with no bother. The W1 is waterproof too, with aluminium design, so you are free to use it in humid and rainy conditions. Now let's test it out. The W1 has a brightness peaking 562 lumens and its beam can reach almost 130 meters. For its size, that is a crazy feat. If you're interested in the torch, you can use the code Urbandoned for 25% off on amazon.co.uk. That's Urbandoned for 25% off on amazon.co.uk. Now let's get back to the explore. So we're walking up to this massive mansion, and as you can see, it has buildings all the way over there, and we're pretty sure there's even more in the forest behind it. This place is huge. At the end of the winding lane leading up to the structure, we can see the grandeur of the house up close. It seems that the designers wanted an Italian-themed building, which explains the repetitive arches and shutters. It's also key to note that this site was very popular at the time with local explorers, and the sounds of others you might hear in the video are people also discovering the manor at the same time as us. There's another fountain outside as well. These are little secret openings, I think. Yeah. Maybe not so secret, but just for decor. It's pretty cool though. Few belongings remain in the property as most items of value were stripped out after the building was last inhabited, which we believe to be 2014. There's a whole little speaker system in here. Quite old as well. One of our favourite features of the building was this grand staircase, complete with a dome skylight on the ceiling above. The details on the banisters seem to be inspired by older properties, although it looks like this one was built in the late 1980s. As you can tell, there is little history to be found regarding the grounds, and a lot of what is spread is only rumours. We do know the property is located in a very rich area in Surrey. The average house price exceeds £1 million. After the house was last lived in, it was judged to have a value between 4 to 5 million, but we expect this amount has lowered over recent years. Yeah, I definitely did not expect this much decay. From the outside it just looks slightly overgrown, but clearly it's been decaying and unused for a long time. Demolition planning has been requested a couple times with minimal effect. Following our visit a few months ago, as well as countless others, security was increased on site, which might mean that the house is flattened sooner. It is like a library. But even in such a simple commodity, they've made it have a spiral staircase, 2 floors, and quite nice architecture as well.
I shouldn't have decided to sing them.
It's the weirdest decor I think I've ever seen. The bathroom keeps the same as well. Got little leaves on the chandelier. Would you call that chandelier? It's made out of bamboo. Obviously fake though, but it is pretty cool. There's some nice decay. What the heck? This is so weird. It's like stepping into a completely different place. The multicultural designs in some rooms was quite strange. In some cases it was unique and interesting, but others it looked tacky, like this American themed bathroom. Moving through the building's maze of corridors and rooms, some areas were suffering from high levels of water damage. Someone must have been catering to the structure after it became unused and had put down buckets to collect surging water. However, the amount of deterioration must have got too much, as the buckets hadn't been emptied for a long time and were spilling over the floor and through into the levels beneath. We also began to find hidden doors and design faults, which might indicate the home's construction was spontaneous and poorly planned. Some spaces were crammed between rooms with odd and confusing entrances. I've been consistently looking at these double toilets, at least what I thought, and saying there's two toilets, but that's a bidet thing, isn't it? God, only rarely do we see them. The final part of the manor we desired was the pool. A spiral staircase overlooked by a detailed stained glass window took us down to it. Surprisingly, it was one of the most preserved points of the whole accommodation, until very recently. Fresh graffiti had appeared on the walls, which shows what happens when the wrong sort of people find a location. It's some pool though. You probably can't even tell it on camera, do you reckon, but this side here is massive, isn't it? Exactly. And it's just like one person's pool or a family's pool. Ridiculous. Sucks about the graffiti though. That's happened really recently to when we visited, almost like a day ago, we believe. Fairly positive with fitting at the theme that this was the entertainment section of the mansion. Under these lights would have been a hefty snooker table. And yeah, this would be such a nice room with that on and the nice bay window. And just like that, completely unprotected. This place is crazy. To conclude our exploration of the mansion, we walked out across the woodlands of the site during sunset to see if there was any other features hidden in the extensive landscape. Soon enough, we found a building we didn't expect to see. It's cool. This is something different, isn't it? Little rope bridge as well. Oh, it flexed, but he's done it. It was clear that at some point the owners had children, which may explain the nursery sign we saw earlier on the door. It was crazy to imagine being a child and having such a playground as this in your home. The rotting treehouse was a fitting point to end our visit, as we could look over the amazing area the house had as its backdrop. We hope you enjoyed coming along with us on this perspective of an upper class lifestyle. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more, be sure to subscribe. Here are some of our photographs from the abandoned mansion. If you like the look of them, visit our Instagram page in the description where we post images of our explores months before you see them on YouTube. Thanks for watching our latest work. Feel free to like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe. We have loads of explores to binge during quarantine if you're really bored. See you next time.